1600s to the 1700s, there was a major shift in thinking about the truths of the physical world. This shift was called the Scientific Revolution. A revolution is a forcible overthrow of government or social order in favor of a new system. The Scientific Revolution was the merging of modern science to create new ideas and knowledge with actual facts. This historical event is considered a revolution because people began to base their knowledge off of proven facts instead of whatever the Christian church said. One of the main contributors of the Scientific Revolution was Nicholas Copernicus. He was a Renaissance mathematician and astronomer who changed the way people thought about the universe. The main reason Nicholas Copernicus is recognized as part of the Scientific Revolution is because of his theory known as the Copernican theory, which states that the sun is the center of the universe. This theory is also known as the geocentric theory. Before he introduced his theory, everybody believed the geocentric theory, which states that the earth was the center of the universe. This theory was taught by the church. Another important scientist was Galileo Galilei, who was an Italian astronomer, physicist, engineer, philosopher, and mathematician. He's also known for inventing and improving high-powered telescopes. Galileo performed experiments with falling bodies that contributed to physics. He is also known as part of the revolution because he proved the church's teachings wrong. He proved the church's teachings that stated that the moon was perfectly round and that the universe was geocentric with the help of his stronger telescopes. Isaac Newton, who was also part of the Scientific Revolution, was an English physicist and mathematician. He used Galileo's experiments to help solidify the law of gravity, which he mentions in his book called Principia. This book is considered one of the most important books to contribute to science, for it also includes Newton's law of universal gravitation and other theories that made up the foundation of classical mechanics. The Principia changed many people's perspective of the universe. The scientific method is a process to find new discoveries by asking and answering scientific questions by making observations and performing experiments. It was loosely created by Muslim scholars and adjusted to the most current form by Enlightenment scientists. First it was revised by Roger Bacon, then Francis Bacon, and later Isaac Newton further developed the scientific method. The steps to the scientific method are the following. First, you state a question or problem. Second, you form a hypothesis. Third, you conduct an experiment to test the hypothesis. Fourth, you analyze the data to see if your hypothesis is correct. Finally, you report the results, and if your hypothesis is false, you repeat steps 2 through 4. This method was important because it helped scientists discover new things and test scientific theories. While most of the information discovered during the Scientific Revolution was true, it contradicted the church's teachings. For example, the church taught the geocentric theory, which states that the earth is the center of the universe, while the heliocentric theory was taught by scientists, stating that the sun was the center of the universe. The church probably knew that if scientists kept proving them wrong and thinking, individual people would stop listening to the church and becoming independent. To prevent that from happening, the church took action. For example, when Galileo accumulated a vast amount of evidence supporting the heliocentric theory, the church sent him a letter to stop educating people of his contracting theory. Galileo agreed for 7 years until Pope Urban VIII allowed him to publish his new discoveries as long as he didn't include the heliocentric theory. Though Galileo didn't directly advocate the theory, the characters in this book dialogue concerning the two chief world systems were not impartial as he claimed them to be. The church soon realized when Galileo's book was implying and demanding that he come to Rome for trial. Afterwards, he was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. Though the church didn't approve of everything the Scientific Revolution taught, it was still a major contributor. Since the church was in charge of all education at the time, many priests and clergymen were a part of the scientific movement.